Bam. Bam. Okay.
Chord. Okay. Trying to. Hello, good morning. Happy Miracle Monday. Today is a very special class. We're inviting the full moon energy today. We have a full moon in Cancer and lots of things in retrograde. So we're having all that emotion and maybe know where to put it or not sure how to process it. So we're going to start with an infinity breath, really to remind us of this great spaciousness within. Then we're going to connect the physical and heavenly realms in our bodies and do a little movement, taking charge of the energy of life. And then we're going to close with a mantra that is, well, Roma and I were talking about it this morning, and she said it in a really nice way. So it's the mantra is Sade Sasa, and then we go to a Hada Hada. So Sa is the infinite nature, and then Hud is another name for creator, but it's more of a grounded kind of. The Sa is etheric, and the Hud is like physically manifested. So what Roma had said is it's like Shiva and Shakti, and I thought that was a really nice way to speak of it, that there's this, elevated form of consciousness that is energy, and then there is a more earthly energy that holds the infinite nature. So we have all of it within us all the time, and how do we access it? How do we expand it? How do we hold it? That's what I think this kind of yoga is the most important thing, that it really, not that it gives us more energy, though it can, it helps us to regulate our energy and to find the most efficient pathways to hold all the energy instead of feeling overwhelmed and everything's moving too fast. Everything is moving too fast. That's an observation. And how do we regulate ourselves so it's, okay, well, I noticed that, everything is going at light speed and I'm thinking a million things all at the same time. Isn't that something? So let's take a moment to find ourselves on our mats, on our pillows, however we're finding ourselves this morning, finding a comfortable way to be. Taking a moment to notice our bodies, taking a deep breath through the nose, feeling all the anchor points on the body. So that just means where the body's touching the ground. Your hips on the ground, sit bones, those little pointy bits underneath your rump, touching the ground. Maybe one knee, maybe both knees are touching the ground, maybe one ankle, maybe both ankles, maybe no ankles are touching the ground. Your thighs, just noticing ourselves, connecting with the ground. Now from this place of groundedness, we're going to inhale. We're going to lift our sternum, so lifting the heart just slightly, tucking in the chin, seeing if we can stack our vertebrae. So just noticing. The vertebrae has all kinds of small or large curves, so really honoring the curvature of the body, but trying to find a nice long spine. Taking the shoulders, bringing them up to the ears just a little bit, and then finding their way back. So just rolling the shoulder girdles back. This isn't, it doesn't have to be strong, it should be relaxed. We're just finding a relaxed posture to offer maximum breath. So now we're going to begin to rub our palms together vigorously, generating some psychic heat, some tapas, some rajas, some excitement for the day. Maybe if you're like us and you're in Hawaii, you just woke up not too long ago. Maybe if you are in New Mexico, you've already had a busy morning and you are taking a moment to recharge. If you're on the East Coast, maybe you've had quite a lot of the day and you still have a lot more to go and you need some more energy. Inhaling and exhaling as we go, feeling this magic in our hands, always present, not always aware of it. And let's bring the thumbs to the sternum. Just a nice long inhale and long exhale here. So we're going to tune in with a mantra. It's Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. It means I bow to that supreme wisdom that's inside me and all around me. We'll do it 3 times. Let's inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. inhale. Deep inhale. Just notice any changes that might have happened in your body through conscious breath, through the vibration of your own voice. So we're going to begin with a breath exercise. We're going to take our thumb, we're going to tuck it in here in this little mound at the base of our pinky. So our pinky connects with our communication, it connects with our ego, our self-talk, how we talk to others. And from this place, we're going to wrap our hands, we're going to just hold them in. So it looks like a fist, but it's more, this pressure is the most important part, the thumb on the base of the pinky mound. And then we'll just put our hands on our laps. There's no pressure in the fingers. We're going to breathe through an O-shaped mouth. So we're going to inhale 8 times through the O-shaped mouth. So this may feel like a lot of breath. It's supposed to. This is an infinity breath. So we're creating more space, more energy. And so then we're going to exhale the same way, equal or more breath exhaling 8 times. But again, it's measured. So it might take you a little while to figure out what that rhythm looks like for you. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate the exhale. So we're going to pump the navel also as we exhale. So we can count it. So in my head, I sometimes do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I also do sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma. I generally replace all the counting with mantra just because I feel like it's double duty. I get to like work extra time. Instead of numbers, I'm like, yeah, music is sacred. And with my counting, good job, good job. I like have a busy mind. I like to do more than one thing at a time. So whatever works for you. And also the pace is up to you. So don't hyperventilate. That's the other thing. If you're feeling lightheaded, go slower. Let's begin. Last time. Deeply. You want to have a drink of water. It's dry when we breathe through our mouths. Noticing the spaciousness inside. Throughout our practice today, I would like us to just continue to remember how much we are capable of. This way, when the going gets tough, when we feel under a lot of pressure, we can't breathe, we can recall, oh no, I can definitely breathe. That was 8 full breaths in 1, 8 full exhales, the emptiness too. You know, that's where the miracle comes. When it's empty, then we have this empty space. What's gonna fill it? I don't know. Only the infinite knows. The infinite is smarter than me, thankfully. Okay, let's take our hands on our knees. Let's just begin to circulate the energy. We'll move the spine in a circle. Forward, inhale, exhale, back. Just around and round we go. Noticing any place that feels a little tight, a little crunchy. Find little places pop and move. Unless we're operating with an injury, generally the body knows, where it needs to make space and move and fidget. If anyone does have an injury, please feel free to let me know. There's always modifications for everything. Yoga is for everybody. We don't need a lot of space or any props. All we need is a willingness. Couple more times. Inhale, exhale. And let's go the other way. And noticing. Oh, great idea, Roma. Roma just fixed her feet, so she changed her legs. So if you had your right leg forward, move your left leg forward, or the other way around. We're just cultivating balance here and noticing where we have imbalance. That's the other part, right? It's very easy to notice other people's imbalances, flaws, failings. And then here we are just sitting on our mats by ourselves going, oh, maybe that was me. Maybe I was the one that was overreacting or uncomfortable. So that's okay, that's part of it. Embracing the discomfort, breathing into it, making the uncomfortable more comfortable. And finding center. Let's take on our fingertips. We're just going to walk our hands forward. Okay, just kitty paw forward. Let your head hang. Good morning to the neck, to the upper cervical spine. I like to give it just a little wiggle, gentle movements. Nice big exhale here. Allow the exhale to load. Allow your head to hang lower. And walking, kitty hands, walking back, coming back to center, rolling up the spine, head is the last thing. So we're going to interlace our palms behind our backs. We're going to, pardon me, we're going to inhale here. Oh, definitely need some water. So everyone's bodies are different. Our shoulders go through a lot. So really being honoring of our bodies. So we're interlacing our palms behind our backs. We're going to inhale. We're going to lift our hearts. As we lift our hearts, our shoulders roll back. So this is our inhale position. Our chins are going to tuck just slightly in, just keeping the spine nice and straight. So we'll inhale here. And then we'll bring our spines forward. So as we come forward, we lift our arms up. So the degree that your arms lift isn't the important part. This is our exhale. And then we'll inhale back up again. And we'll repeat this. So make it a goal to just be really present in your body and see if each inhale, the heart can't open a little bit more. See if each exhale, we can't find more comfort. At our own paces, quickly or slowly. So if we're going quickly, it might turn into almost a breath of fire. Breath of fire is going to be our next little invigorator. So if you start to feel like you're automatically doing a breath of fire, if you're familiar with breath of fire, just notice. I'm going to come back to that.
Do we want to keep the neck straight, or do we want to?
We want to keep the chin tucked. That's a great question. The chin is staying tucked. So if you find that going forward causes your neck to jut out, your chin to go forward, don't go forward as much. We're really using our core muscles. So you'll find as you inhale, you're gonna pull your belly in, chin stays forward, heart is open, the belly is pulled in the whole time. So if you find that your belly is relaxing, your chin is coming forward, ease off and just don't go as far or don't go as fast. I love it when I can hear you breathe. And last one. Exhaling, coming forward. Who noticed that their range of motion changed as they were doing this? That is what I like about repetitive movements. You find the first one, you think, oh my gosh, I'm so stiff. And by the last one, you're like, oh, look at me, I'm so fluid. So I hope you found that experience in some degree. We're going to do breath of fire next. So let's place our hands on our bellies just to get a feel for it. If you know breath of fire, good job. So we'll inhale, belly goes out. Exhale, belly comes in. You might need a tissue. If your nose is clogged or you're just not quite getting it, first of all, I invite you to go slowly if you're not super comfortable with it. Secondly, you're always welcome to stick your tongue out. Same concept, just through the mouth. And that is equally effective. This is a recharging breath. This is a heating breath. So if you're feeling your body get warm, that's what's happening. Okay, so now we're gonna take our hands. Again, chin is tucked, shoulders, heart open, sternum lifted, belly tucked. Arms are coming out here straight from the shoulders. We're gonna come from here. We're gonna lift them up a little bit. Here to here. Okay, and then we're gonna do our breath of fire. So again, whoop, this is, you got that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Brian.
Welcome, we're glad you're here. We're doing breath of fire right now. So we just went over what breath of fire is. Quick inhale, exhale through the nose, pumping the navel. Looks like this. If you're new, you'll stick out your tongue. We're taking our hands out to the sides and lifting them up. So I think it's around from 60 degrees to around 90 degrees, if that helps your brain. Like we're angels with our beautiful wings. Your heart is actually leading the way here. Your arms are the extension of your heart. Let this be a metaphor for your life. Your hands are an extension of your heart. Where your heart leads, your hands go. And of course, your breath, your power source is taking you there. Your engine. Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, choo, choo. Inhaling, lifting up. Let's get into our palms over our head. Just the fingertips are connected. Feeling that full moon energy, igniting the heart, igniting the passion. The energy is perfectly balanced in the body. Each breath brings us into greater balance. Exhaling, releasing the arms nice and slowly, painting the auric field. Can you let someone else in? Thank you. So we are going to come into everyone's favorite posture, frog pose. This is a posture that is pretty famous in Kundalini Yoga, maybe famous because it is very effective, maybe famous because it is pretty challenging. Okay, so we're gonna come onto our hands and knees. We're gonna come up again onto our little kitty fingers like we did at the beginning. So just onto the fingertips. So our hands are here. And we're going to come onto our heels. So my heels are touching. So this is when the people are going to have some modifications. So if you have knee injuries, you have hip injuries, I'll show you some modifications, but I'll show you first what it's, essentially the essentials here. Okay, so heels are together. Our heels are going to stay like this the whole time if we can. fingertips on our tripod hands. So we inhale. So this one, our neck does come. So we've done a lot of our chin tucked. This one, our chin does come out. So we're inhaling here like a little froggy. Exhaling, then our chins come in. So we're going to inhale through our noses. Exhale, we lift up. Yearning our nose for our knees. So inhaling, exhaling. If you have ankle injuries, knee injuries, hip injuries, an alternative for you is you could take your legs wide. You could bring your hands to your chest. You could come up and down. You could keep the same movement with the chin forward and then the tuck. Okay, those are some options. If you need additional options, you can feel free to write it in the chat or ask me later. Inhaling, exhaling, we'll go at our own pace. We'll do a few of these. This again is about harnessing the energy of the body, bringing our dormant energies, awakening them, and using them in an efficient way. So this takes our sexual energy and it brings it up into the heart, into the hands. Again, using our force, our engine, to create positive impact. Three more. Use your breath. On the third one, come standing, grab your opposite elbows and just let your head hang. Nice deep exhale here, regulating our breath. Again, I find yoga to be such a powerful metaphor for life. You can see how quickly you can get excited and how quickly you can just come back to neutral. We're going to come to lying down. This is to release stored pain this set. So one of the things about these great expansive milestones of full moons, they bring up a lot of energy for us. And for many of us, we have stored pain. So let's do what we can to release that. We're going to come into our backs. This is very simple. We're coming into our backs. Let's bring our knees into our chest. We'll give them a good squeeze. You're rocking from side to side, rocking from shoulder blade to shoulder blade, just finding some comfort here, finding some discomfort, noticing. In yoga, we're asked to be really real with ourselves and just notice what is, without judgment, without expectation. By noticing what is, maybe what is different next time. Let's be open to the miracle. So now we're going to begin to release our arms. Arms can come to the side. We're going to begin to kick our bottoms one leg at a time. So one leg will come up, one leg will go down. I used to say that this, I guess I still say it since I'm about to say it, but this posture, we get the opportunity to kick our own butts so that the universe doesn't have to. One way or another. Burn through the karma. Yeah, one way or another, we have to get through it. The only way through is in. So breathe into the spaces that feel resistance, the spaces that feel discomfort. Again, if you have knee injuries, go a little slower. Use your breath, use your muscles, the muscles all around the knee to lift the leg. When we're feeling good, we really take for granted how difficult every movement is. You use so many muscles. We're such fantastically brilliant creatures that we can just move with so much ease.
Happy tantrum.
Yes, a happy little tantrum. You can make some noise if you want. You can whine. I myself am the Cancer, so this is my happy place. I'm like quite skilled at the happy tantrum myself. Short and efficient is my favorite.
Yes.
So now we're going to take fists. I guess it could be the same posture that we started our meditation in. So again, for the communication, for the self-talk, thumb at the base of the pinky, hands wrapped around. Now we're going to begin to gently beat our chests. Yeah, exactly. Now it's a gorilla happy tantrum. So this is for the lymphatic system. It all sounds pretty silly, and it's good to have fun and be silly, but it's also the lymphatic system holds a lot of grief, a lot of mucus, and just simply by tapping on the lymphatic system, we clear it. So if you are have immunity, you're worried about illness, must clean out your lymphatic system.
Yeah.
So throw your happy little monkey tantrum. We're going to stay with our breath. Don't lose your breath. So go as quickly as you can without losing the breath. Last couple. And exhale, bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around. We're going to do a cat stretch or cross crawl, cross stretch. So we're going to inhale for purposes of clarity. I'm going to put my hand around my left knee. I'm going to lower my right leg. We're going to do both sides. So whichever side is, your preference to do first. So now I'm going to take my right arm. I'm going to press my left leg down. I'm going to keep my shoulder blades on the ground as best I can. So if your shoulder blades are coming way off the ground, then allow your knee to just be up a little bit. We want to give ourselves a nice twist, wringing out our internal organs, bringing fresh blood to our organs. Inhaling and exhaling. So when you feel ready, sometimes I get a very satisfying little pop here. When you feel ready, we'll switch sides. So for some of us, I've done this both ways. For some of us, it may feel fun to go back and forth very quickly. Make sure you have enough space. I've got water bottles, I've got yoga books, I've got harmoniums, got all kinds of exciting toys in the way. So if you are prone to move, sorry, Roma. No, it's in your way. Okay. Move up here. Okay. If you are prone to move quickly, which I tend to be, I would like for you to have a lot of consciousness in this posture because you can injure your back. I've actually injured my back going too quickly in this posture. 4 a.m. sadhana, not warmed up. Hopefully we're warmed up enough that it's fine. But either way, I always try to be quite mindful in my twists because too much of a good thing can be too much, and it's hard to know until you've reached that point sometimes. And a nice exhale with each twist, full release. This again was to release stored pain and refresh ourselves. Now for this last 15, 20 seconds, let's move as quickly as we can, heeding the warning about too much of a good thing. So if you are feeling uncomfortable, please do not move quickly. But if you feel nice and warmed up, move as quickly as you can. And last side. Linger here, make it enjoyable. Turn the opposite palm upward. So give your shoulder a little twist. And exhale, coming center. We're going to roll like a ball to come sitting. So we're going to just roll on our spines. You can grab your knees, maybe roll a couple times to come sitting. So we're going to come sitting, we're going to take our arms, we're going to interlace our hands. And this time we're going to, if you are masculine identifying, you are going to take your left thumb and you're going to tuck it in here between your right thumb and forefinger. And you're going to take your right thumb and tuck it over top. So basically, if you are masculine identifying, your right palm is going to go, or your right thumb is going to go on top of your left. If you are feminine identifying, you are going to, wait, yes, okay. So if you are feminine identifying, you're going to take your right thumb and it's going to tuck in between this right thumb and forefinger in this soft spot. And then it's not really a cross, I'm so sorry. It is actually like a equal sign. I'm gonna take it really close. Okay, here we go. So this is how it looks when it's finished. So the feminine identifying right thumb into this little crease here, and then the left thumb goes here on this pad. Masculine identifying, left thumb goes here in this little pad between the right thumb and the right forefinger, and then the right thumb goes here in this little pad. I did this wrong for many, many years. That's why I'm so specific about it. Okay.
Yeah, I like how you say masculine and feminine identifying, because there are some, they always have these rules in Qigong, like men put your left hand down first, and it's really like, well, what do you have more flow of? You know, like where
I really respect that. I always found it really fascinating, the different modalities for men and women, because I do think that our energy runs in different ways. But I do think there's plenty of individuals, you know, who identify somewhere along the lines, and it's like, you know, I'm not what is best for your energy is really all a person can do. Okay, so now we're going to take our hands. We're going to inhale to the left. We're going to exhale to the right. So we want to keep a nice full circle. This is actually an auric field building exercise. So we do a lot for our bodies, and we're very conscious about our bodies, but what about our energy field? How can we best build our energy field? So we're attracting more of what we want, and we're also repelling more of what we don't want. That's the part I think we sometimes forget. We think, oh gosh, I'm inviting prosperity, I'm inviting love, I'm inviting creativity, I'm inviting community, I'm inviting health. And we don't have to spend too much energy thinking about what we're not inviting, but it is important to think, my electrical magnetic field is strong, it is clear, it is bright, it is transparent. Anything that isn't in alignment with my highest vibration has no chance here. It just bounces right off. And as we are focusing on our breath and our brightness, I invite you to think about what color resonates with you in this moment. Is there a color that comes to mind? Is it golden? Is it iridescent? Is it glittery? Is it? Well, those are my top. Those are always my colors, always and forever. I was gonna say pink too, but I don't want to be, you know, so on brand. Other people can have different ideas about these things. Purple, red, green, they're all equally beautiful. They just aren't my colors.
Purple and gold.
Purple and gold, those are always good choices. Regal. Last couple seconds here. Inhale and hold your circle nice and big. This time I invite you to envision anyone that you'd like to send a ball of energy to. Anyone in your life who needs extra support. Anyone that you're holding in your auric space. Family members. Exhaling, we're going to bring our palms down. We're going to come back on our backs. We're going to wrap our hands around our legs. So around our calves is probably the most comfortable place. So our inhale is flat on our backs. Our exhale, so we're gonna lift our legs to 90 degrees. We're gonna grab our shins or our knees. Our legs can be bent, they can be straight, depending on how your body feels. So our inhale, nice and relaxed, chin is tucked. We should feel all the places where our spine touches the ground. So here when we're on the ground, we also want to tuck in our belly. We want to give ourselves a lot of spinal support. Inhaling here. Exhaling, our goal is knees to nose. So it's going to be how it's going to be. So exhaling, inhaling back down. So again, this seems like it is a neck exercise, but I really invite you to think of it as a core exercise. When you lift, it's really, again, it's your heart, it's your sternum that lifts and your chin follows suit. If you're just moving your neck up and down, your neck isn't strong enough to support that. So up and down with the sternum, the neck follows. Nice breathing, inhaling as we touch our heads to the ground or to our mats. Exhaling, lift and squeeze the belly. Release and squeeze. We're making diamonds, taking the pressure and making something beautiful. Three more times. Exhaling, we're going to bring our feet down. We're going to bring our feet as close to our hips as feels comfortable. And we're going to come up to a wheel or a bridge posture. So if you are not familiar with wheel, I invite you to come into a bridge. If you are familiar with wheel, it feels like a safe choice for you today, then by all means, feel free. I'm going to demonstrate bridge. So we're going to walk our shoulders under, we're going to walk our shoulders underneath, one at a time, then our elbows come. Then we lift up our hips. So again, wheel or bridge, finding our focus at our third eye. So what does that mean? It means our eyes are closed or open and we're just sending some attention between our eyebrow points. We're breathing deeply. We're noticing any place that is giving us sensation. We're sending our breath there. This is why yoga is such a beneficial practice. In life, we don't get to avoid discomfort, but we can avoid the emotions that accompany it. So we can breathe, we can notice, we can feel, we can also relieve some of the pressure and anxiety. Sending our breath, honoring our bodies. Also noticing what's for us and what's not for us. If we have injuries or this makes us feel, just too much energy, come out of it, ease up, honor yourself. I pray for a time when we all get to be together in person and I can really see your face and hear your breath and offer you in-person modifications. But for right now, I'm glad we get to be together and we'll just have to really rely on our own self-authority. Exhaling, coming down, bringing the knees into the chest. Finding some stillness. Noticing the elevated breath, noticing the energy that comes from working hard. No judgment, no need to wiggle around, no need to find something else to do, just to notice. So from this posture, we're going to come into shoulder stand. So again, if that is not a comfortable posture for you, you're not familiar with it, you can simply take your hands underneath your back and bring your legs to 90 degrees if that feels good. So we'll start here. We'll bring our hands to 90 degrees. legs to 90 degrees, hands underneath our bodies. If it feels good for you to kick up, we'll take our hands underneath our low back. We'll begin to kick our legs up one at a time. So in this posture, we're going to begin to toe tap. So again, we may find more comfort over time. Our toes may not totally come to the ground, but we'll yearn one leg down and one leg up. Using our breath. Whoop. Make sure you don't have any obstacles. Couple more times. And so as we approach the end of this posture, this is the most dangerous part of this posture, the dismount. So I want you to have a lot of integrity as you come out of the posture. Don't flip your body down. Bring your knees into your chest. Use your hands to support you. Roll your hands over and then roll one vertebrae at a time. One vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Very good. So let's just take a moment to regroup. Extend your legs, find a comfortable posture. Maybe wiggle the hips out. That one is a big hip opener. We're going to come into a meditation in just a moment. Going to use a little music, so if it is too loud for you, you'll have to let me know. As we're gaining our strength for this next meditation, I'll introduce you to the mantra. This is a mantra for, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of class, the merging of the finite and the infinite. So both are within us, they're without us, they're here all the time. Tapping into this. So the mantra is sa, re, sa, sa. Sa, bless you. Sa, re, sa, sa. Sa, re, sa, sa. Sa, rung. Hara, re, hara, hara. Hara, re, hara, hara. Hara, re, hara, hara. Harang. So it's not complicated syllables, obviously, but it is a lot of syllables altogether that you may not have heard. So the most important part is to use your own voice. So we'll have some music on. Maybe you won't get every syllable each time. The reason we do mantra meditation is it completely overrides all of the miscellaneous thoughts that are happening in your body. So we're replacing those thoughts with these sacred sounds. So if you're only getting 1 out of 5, that's still great. You're still infusing. It's like with yoga. Like if we imagine the posture, they've proven in studies, if you imagine doing the postures, it's almost as effective as doing the postures. So you're setting the intention to say these sacred sounds. You're opening your mouth. Some kind of sacred sound is coming out because you are sacred. Your sound is sacred. So we'll just be where we are with it. And the good thing about mantra is it goes over and over and over, around and around and around. So maybe the first, 10, 15 times, you don't know which order they go in, what words to say. And then suddenly you just know them. It's like suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, I speak a foreign language. This is so exciting. So this language is called Gurmukhi. It's very similar to Sanskrit. It's from northern India. Our mantra, so this is a mantra it's a moving mantra. So we're going to take our palms. They're going to start at our belly. So they're in prayer pose at our belly. So it's sa, re, sa, 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 re, sa, 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 re, sa, 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 rang. And then we make like a lotus flower here at our third eye. Beautiful, the blossoming, the expansion of consciousness right here inside our bodies in real time. Then we flip the palms over. Hara, re, hara, hara. Hara, re, hara, hara. Hara, re, hara, hara. Harang. Back to our first position, the prayer posture, the Anjali Mudra. Okay, that was a bit of the tune. I think it's just easier if we put it on. Hopefully this will behave for us. And let's close our eyes if we're able to, if that feels comfortable. Again, this is your practice. Do what you feel comfortable with. Eyes are closed, focus on the third eye. If it makes you feel confused to have the hands moving with the eyes closed, no problem. I ask you to take a drishti gaze, which is like kind of a internal focus. So the eyes are open, but they're more like 1/10 open. You could just see your little eyelashes and see your hands. We're not, looking at our phones. We're not focusing outward. We're focusing inward. Let's begin. Sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Beautiful lotus blossom. Flip it. Hara 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 re hara 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 re hara hara hara. Anjali Mudra. Sa re sa 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 re sa sa re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hara re hara 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 re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa sa sa
re sa sa re sa sa sa.
Hare re hara hara re hara hara re hara hara. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa sa sa. Hare hara hara hare hara hare hara hara. Deep inhale. Press the palms together, make a seal with your heart, connecting the infinite and the finite within. Exhaling, deep release. Let's come into a Shavasana. We'll do a Gong meditation. So that was the lovely Narinjan Kaur. That was her singing. And then find a comfortable way to lie down or sit down. Allow the gong to penetrate the unconscious mind. A place of infinite possibilities. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining me today. When you do come out of your Shavasana, I invite you to move your fingers and move your toes, rotate your ankles and wrists, rub the bottoms of your feet together and your hands together. If you choose to stay here longer, you are welcome. However you come out with a lot of gentleness for your body. Thank yourself for taking time to practice, to merge with the infinite in a conscious way. We have a really nice array of offerings and teachers at earthskyschedule.com. All the classes are by donation. If you came here, you found the Zoom link. There is also a PayPal link. Feel free to send your donations there. And I appreciate your joining me this morning every Monday for Miracle Monday. And enjoy that full moon energy. Or if you're not enjoying it, at least give thanks for it, because everything has to be revealed. Light has to come. That is the way. So invite the light. Satnam.
Satnam. Namaste. Thank you. Wonderful.
See you next time. Thank you. Aloha. Satnam. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.